This is the Battle of 1st Franklin, and we'll be taking James Longstreet and 4th Corps. And I have all 3-star generals as division commanders, and a couple of 3 stars as Harper's Ferry 10 and 11. That means I have 10 units of 3-star infantry in reserve. These are my next best 2-star infantry, and I just want to give my next units in line as much XP as possible. The 2 3-star infantry units are only 3 stars because they have a very good general, a 3-star general, and we want to get those guys to the point where that's not the case. A 2-star can command them. So 30,000 versus 19,000. Pretty easy battle. My goal was kind of to win, to keep my losses down after the last battle, and to get into melee. So I got 2 out of 3. The reason I didn't get the 3rd one, which is the amount of melee that I wanted, it's getting harder and harder to get into melee with the enemy because the enemy is running away. Particularly when the enemy faces 3-star infantry. They just don't stand there and fight, and then you touch them and they collapse, and of course they can run away faster than you can chase them. So anyway, the first part of the battle is simply to get into position, and to get into position I want to get around behind the enemy, and then I want to surround him. Oh, I'm starting to use my general as bait. I was never very good at that, but I'm starting to get better at it. Also, using my supply wagon as bait. Both Panda Crowd and High Bob are very good at that. Yeah, and the AI is... This is all very good. I'm very glad his infantry's come forward to get shot, and his skirmishers. In fact, he can send his whole army. That would be great. I'd like to fight them right here. So I really don't want that guy to retreat. The infantry, he's just getting torn up. And he's firing. If you notice, he's not firing volleys, which means he's not doing any real damage. But my units are doing massive damage to him. So this is all very good. Take another cheap shot on him as he retreats. But yeah, he got hammered, and his skirmishers are getting hammered. So this is all going very well, but I need to get around behind the enemy. So I have a plan, and the plan is to have units up in the north to kill his cav when it comes in, and to have the bulk of my army, I guess, encircle him, get around his flank and to the rear, and then push him against the right edge of the map. I'm thinking if I surround him that he won't retreat into a corner, but yeah, at one point it becomes pretty obvious to me he's going to retreat into a corner. I think I killed his general. Yeah, I'll take that. Okay, just taking my time, going around the flank. I'm trying to keep my infantry from walking on each other. That's working fairly well because they move faster and they lose less condition if you don't have them walking on each other. So yeah, my units are just walking. They're going to take some shots from his artillery, but it's not a big deal. I see an opportunity to kill his skirmisher. We're going to just keep pushing that guy. His skirmisher in the top of the map. His artillery takes a shot. He's facing the wrong way. The fortifications face south, and so he routes instantly. We'll keep shooting him, and we'll make this other guy rout as soon as we shoot him from behind. Yeah, the detached skirmishers are doing a great job, and I love fighting with detached skirmishers this way. I was thinking about it, with every infantry unit you get not just the infantry unit, but really the detached skirmisher is also a combat capable unit. So the game says you bring 10 units, but if you bring 10 infantry, you really get 20. Yeah, these guys are starting to take some losses. I have one guy down to 214, so fold him back into the parent, and he becomes 250 again. Okay, I had the detached skirmisher to the south wait, because if you hit these guys with fire from 2 directions, he'll rout. Oh, my commander's going to pick up a supply wagon. Also nice. That means he's going to run out of ammo, I hope. Yeah, everything's going very, very well. Make sure all my units can fire. And if all my units can fire, his units are going to collapse. Keep track of each unit to make sure that they aren't, my units aren't being blocked. And things are going pretty well. Yeah, let's see how many shots this guy to the north takes before he routs. I have 2 infantry come up and take a shot. Yep, the parent unit's shot, like 2 units fired a volley, and he's white. Yeah, I'm having units stop, fire, and then maybe fall back a little bit so the unit that's moving up can take a shot. And then merge back into the parent. There's actually a lot of juggling going on. In the north, there's a tiny skirmisher unit, well, what's left of it, about to be killed. And my infantry that went on a long, flanking motion is actually behind the enemy and just breaking his position. Yeah, he's taking shots from many directions. Yeah, and his cav unit, or his artillery unit, is up front, about to get hit. So as we keep folding up his line, I have detached skirmishers move forward to encounter his artillery and his infantry and the fortifications. So those skirmisher units will take a hit, but that is not as bad as the parent unit taking a hit. So he had 2 units charge, and then they stopped, which is really irritating. So I'm charging him. So I have 3 units charging him, and look at him rout. He's just running. So I only killed a couple hundred, and then he gets away. I was hoping to get into melee, full-blown melee. His unit on the right charged. I was hoping to get into melee there, but he folded. Very disappointing. I finally killed his skirmisher unit in the far north corner, and I have 4 infantry that are in place waiting for his cav right now. So if you can see the 4 up in the far north waiting for his cav. I mean, the game tells you he's going to have units coming in there, so perfectly reasonable. So we're killing his last artillery. I have 2 units in the south to keep him from retreating south, but only 1 unit in the north. But I'm thinking at this point, if he makes a break for the north corner, I'm going to let him go. Because we have a ton of time. There's no reason to be in a hurry. I don't think surrounding him on 3 sides is going to get him to surrender, and I'd rather grind XP by shooting him anyway. Right about now I'm thinking, yeah, if he wants to go to the north, he can. I'm going to let him go. And just surround him there in the north corner and just shoot him to pieces and grind XP. And then when there's a tiny number left, I'll decide what to do. Either walk because I have some units that don't have stamina or condition at 100. What is that? Is it stamina or condition? I forget. So it's really stamina. So I can send a bunch of units to walk, which I do at some point. because they need it. He's starting the drift to the north, so I'm trying to get my infantry out of there. I really don't want his units to just roll over top of my units. Yeah, see, he's drifting north, and I'm just going to let him go. I'm going to get out of the way. Harper's Ferry 13, I keep hitting fall back. Now I just want him to get out of the way and make a path, while my other units just... Now here's a unit that I think I can get into melee with. See how he's alone? It's like I'm just a second too late, but I'd like to cut him off. And I'm having guys charge. But he gets away. We kill a bunch of them, but I don't think I was in melee that long. I'd really like to grind melee on these guys. I'm looking at the condition of my units, and yeah, everyone's doing fine. We're going to push this guy into a corner and kill him. But I think the possibility for melee is probably past. Here, you don't get anything for capturing cav, so my plan with cav and artillery is always to shoot them to death, because capturing does not give you... you don't recover weapons, so I might as well just kill them. And I'm thinking at this point, is that 4 units or 3? So he's starting to drift. You see along the north edge of the map, he's starting to drift to the left. So I have one of my infantry come back, because 3 of my units can kill 4 cav easy. And Harper's Ferry 20 is going to get on the flank of this guy and pop him, and that's going to work just great. Yeah, the kills are great on these units. Yeah, at this point I'm thinking, yeah, let's just shoot him to pieces. Getting the melee probably isn't a good idea in the corner. So this just becomes a harvest XP exercise like all previous campaigns. I don't need to capture these guys for weapons, but I would like to get the XP. My only regret is I didn't get into melee more, and I'm thinking, really isn't... Like, the next two, this battle and the next one, I'd like to get a high kill ratio, get into melee if possible, and I guess that'll leave Chancellorsville as the big opportunity to get into a lot of melee. Yeah, this is, on the left, has just been... you know, a slaughter. I don't think I lost it. Did I lose anybody over there? I don't think I lost anybody to his cav. And yeah, he's dead. So I had a unit that was kind of tired, so I had him fall back to recover condition. I should have sent him on just to walk to the corner of the map, actually. At this point, I'm thinking, well, if I do decide to charge into melee, I'm going to attack in two... I'm going to stack these units up, like two circles of these guys, and the inner circle is going to walk in to make contact, and then everybody's going to charge. But I want to stack up 2 units on every one of the enemy. It's an okay plan. I have 3 more units coming in. As you can see, I'm kind of getting ready for a big charge. And then... and I'm kind of making up my mind, do I want to just harvest XP, firearms, and efficiency, or do I want to grind melee? How do I want to play this? Yeah, these units are getting very good kill ratios, and I'm kind of like keeping an eye on that and enjoying it very much. 700 kills, lost 40 men. Okay, and at this point I say, okay, we're not going to go into melee. I'm going to send all my units that need condition, I'm going to send them on a big walk. And I do what I normally do, which is send everybody in a big circle around the map. And they're just going to walk around the map for, what is it? It's 8:30, and this goes on for quite a while. So hours, something. It's hours. I'm going to shoot this down to 1 unit and then back off. And wow, 698 and lost nothing? That's good. Killed 1,000. Lost 100. There's 12. He's going to have 1,200. 1,200. Lost 149. Yeah, Harper's Ferry 10 just shot up almost 700 cav, no losses. So Harper's Ferry 10 has obviously 100 condition. So this 2-star unit can go for a walk. And you can see the strategic map. They're just kind of walking around. Yeah, walking around the map. Big circle, clockwise. Okay, Harper's Ferry 10. Get up there and get some kills. So, I'm putting all these guys on run. And, yeah, they're just going to walk in a big clockwise circle around the map once I get them spread out. And these 4 units that are firing should, I think, have condition of 100. I think they do. Yeah, I'm just kind of getting these guys spread out. Eventually they'll just make a big circle. So it's about 9 o'clock. We have tons of time. Yeah, he's killed 1,000, lost 0. That's a good day. No, don't shoot the supply wagon. In fact, get out of here. Go for a walk. He can go for a walk and get stamina to 100. That'll be fine. So these 3 units can handle this. Yeah, we'll save the last 2 units for later. Lest one of them's about to shatter. That 3-star infantry unit is just tearing him to shreds. That's just 1258, lost 0 men. It's a good day. Yeah, almost 1,400, lost 0. Okay, now it's 1701. I skipped ahead. These guys have been walking in circles for what seems like forever. Yeah, it must be 1730, I think the battle ends. Supply wagon is blocking my shot. So I'm having these... Don't fire if you're going to hit the supply wagon. Blocked. Okay, do not shoot at anything. Do not shoot at the supply wagon. No, do not shoot the supply wagon. So the 1 infantry unit gets all kinds of free shots. We have plenty of time. Detaching skirmishers in case the unit starts to get away. No, do not shoot the supply wagon. So we're going to push the infantry right next to him before we charge. Should get the supply wagon. right away. Yeah, now let's get into melee. We're right on top of him. Everybody charge. And we do get a little bit of experience, maybe a couple hundred. Okay, 14,746 to 1,151. That's just short of 13 to 1. This is a much cleaner battle than the last one. I like the kill ratio. Yeah, very happy. 1950, lost 4. Would like to do that in the next battle with every unit. Boy, these are good kill ratios for individual units. Yeah, very, very nice. Yeah, some of these numbers are just great. Got 2 more 3-star officers, so that's great. Frank Wessons. I love the Frank Wesson, and he just keeps giving me that fine weapon. 700 Harper's Ferries. Got some 61s, so that's very good. And 2 20-pound parrots. Very happy with all that. So, yeah, it's a nice little side battle. Got some XP for my army. Yeah, that's great. Ready for the... Yeah, I'll get everything filled out and ready for the next battle, and we'll see what happens. Oh, yeah, for this, 61, 49, 49, I think training and armory went up 1, I think. Nothing big. Yeah, this army looks in good shape. My other units that are better than, all my 3-star units are all full. They're all at 2,500. These units look like they're pretty close to their 3rd star. 97. Yeah, he's going to need another battle, but he doesn't have to... Like, these units don't have to get their 3rd star in the next battle. I'm hoping that all these units get their 3rd star... I don't know, Chickamauga, I guess, maybe. So, anyway, we'll keep building better and better units, and the army's looking great. I'm very happy with it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.